Good morning, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor here. So by my side, I have Ray Gomes, our fourth speaker of the month so far. So the speaker, let me break that down what it is real quick and while we're doing the above. About a month and a half, I would say, we had the virtual or what is to be the event in October 1st. We're going to get you details towards the end. So those of you joining on Instagram, welcome, good morning. Stay till the end to learn to get all the details on the event. But the shadow event, which takes place in October, that's going to be a 2-day event where we're learning, we're masterminding, okay? We're networking. It's all about mobile home investing, every step, and it does not matter where you start. Everybody starts differently. The goal is for us to give you those tools to get you that more access to be able to start and be successful. Along by my side, I'm going to have 5 speakers. There is one that's going to be more surprise. You have to come to the event for that one. But we did a virtual where we had all the speakers come on and talk about themselves, a little bit of what they'll be covering at the event. And it really sparked interest. A lot of people really started emailing, messaging, DM us, hey, I want to know about this coach. And now know this, every one of our speakers are coaches themselves. So they will be at the event. They're not just going to be talking during the event, but it is somebody you want to network, connect, and also see if you can get coaching from at the event. So we've had so far up till now, like I mentioned, 4 speakers. We had Bill Omi, which was speaker number 1, talks about cash flow. He loves cash flow. Who doesn't, right? Cash flow is the way to go. We had Trevor Evans, who's actually my very first coach and mentor. He's going to talk about creative ways to financing, creative ways to invest in mobile homes, even using credit cards and or PayPal. A lot of stuff on that. We had Brian Wheeler last week who talked about LLCs, corporations, joint ventures, land trust. You can see all the value, all the information that is given. And again, even getting to know your speakers here a little bit more, this is just a taste of what's to come at the actual event. This is the room you want to be with these speakers and learn that much more. But up next, like I mentioned, is Ray Gomes, who is a phenomenal. He is awesome at what he does. And without any further, Ray, take over, sir.
All right, we're glad to be here on a Saturday morning. Usually, we some people are probably going out to the lake, to the beach, and hanging out, but we're here to grow. And that's the best part about it is I like working with like-minded people because we live in an era where if you're not growing, you're not succeeding, right? So always about growing, and which is why I want to cover a few nuggets here today about branding, about marketing, and why it's important in your business. Even if you work a 9-to-5 job, it is your resume, right? So whether you work a 9-to-5 job looking to get, investing out of work time, or whether you transition into full-time investing, what you need is that credibility. You need to get your name in that door, right? I mean, think about it. There's thousands of people out there is trying to do what you want to do. Just because you have an idea doesn't mean that 100 other people haven't thought about that idea. Right? They may have done a lot of testing out there, or maybe you have done a lot of testing, but no one knows who you are, right? No one knows what you really do. They may just see you as the guy or girl that, wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, prepared to go to a 9-to-5 job and see you at 8 o'clock at night with your family. But they don't know what's behind it. They don't know what's really you cooking or what you're trying to invest, right? So that's why marketing and branding is very, very important. And, I had to learn marketing and branding at a very, very early age. And one of them is, how to get more leads. Okay. So 19 years old, trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, whether to go playing soccer, military, right? I couldn't decide what I want to do yet. But, I had an opportunity to go play soccer for college. But 2 days before my walk-on, I got into a car accident, right? Tragedy happens. And guess what? No soccer, no military. So now I had to figure out what I want to do with my life. Like, what career am I going to go into? So I tried psychology. That didn't work out. And then I wanted to go into business. Okay. So I tried to apply many, many jobs when I was 19, even though I was already working at 4 fast food restaurants. When I was applying for this career job, I mean, who wants to work about, at that time it was 5:45 working at Subway, Pizza Hut. No, that's not fun, right? Extra hours, low pay is not fun, and trying to go to school. So I wanted to see, what do I need to do to get to that 100,000 plus, income on a year-to-year basis? What do I need to get that? And one thing that I've learned so far is I like to ask a lot of questions. So when I was making sandwiches at Subway, the doctors would come in during their lunchtime and they would wear this suit and tie. And I would always ask them, what do I need to do to wear a suit and tie, right? Is it just going to Goodwill and buy a suit and tie? Or what's the meaning, what's the credibility behind it in order to put on that suit and tie, right? How many years of sacrifice did you have to go to in order to be dressing that way, right? So that was my first step, is asking a lot of questions, okay? And what happened with that is that it allows me to start networking, allow me to learn the art of relationship building, right? So even though I was 19 years old, I wasn't a typical 19, like going out, hanging out, partying, or anything like that. I was always focused on what's next because I didn't want to be broke, okay? But despite my injury levels and the lack of work, I had to file for bankrupt at the age of 25. And that was probably one of my lowest downfall because I didn't know what I was doing. I was spending money on a lot of marketing and branding, thinking that if I put my name in a magazine or if I, buy a lot of, likes or something like that, that was branding. And turned out to be that was the things that we're not supposed to do, right? So it has to do with you, your credibility, and who knows you. So I got a chance to work with Cutco Cutlery, back to marketing. They taught me everything about business growing up. It came to a point where not only was I a representative, but I was actually a manager, hiring students, teaching them. And over the years, I've coached thousands of students on how to market themselves, how to interview for the career they want. And then with all of that, the companies that didn't want to work with me at the beginning ended up calling me and saying, hey, we want to interview you. And, it was that time I learned how to say no to certain things, right? Because I wanted to surround myself with people who's going to make me successful and not to be used by someone as just a number, okay? So throughout my Cutco career, like I said, I, coach, mentor thousands of students, currently one of the top representatives in the nation. I also got an opportunity to leave the company and work part-time for a little bit and go work with Dell Technologies. It was there where I learned how to, instead of making 1,000, 2,000 sales on a weekly basis, I was making 200,000, 300,000, and eventually doing about 3.5 million in my first 9 months in selling third-party software. Now, did I know anything about software? Absolutely not. Did I know how to sell? Absolutely, right? Because I learned the skills on how to become a master connector. Okay, so I know the event in Atlanta is coming up. I'm actually going to break down what I'm going to talk today, step by step, on what you need to do to build your credibility in order to get noticed, right? So how does this tie into mobile home investing? But think about it. Thousands of people are trying to learn how to invest in mobile home. Whether they know what they're doing, whether they not know what they're doing, they're trying to invest. The key is that how can you build a connection where you get that first deal, where someone is picking up the phone and saying, hey, Jose, I got a couple of mobile homes in the park that need some rehab. I think you'll be a great fit for it. I trust you. Can you come and help me and see what we can do, right? Those are the conversations you want. But it starts with what you're building, okay? It starts with what you're building. I love connecting people. One of the things that I'll talk about a little bit today is, can you become a master connector? Can you become a one-stop shop, okay? And what I mean by that is the problem that people have is that they don't want to do business where they have to call multiple different vendors or partners to solve their problem. They want to do with business with someone who has that connection already, right? So if Jose is someone that can help them, sell their mobile home, but Jose has the finance person, right? Has the title company, has the insurance company, right? Those are things that people want to see. Say, oh, if I work with Jose, he's going to take care of me the whole time. I don't have to worry about the other stuff, right? I can go do my own thing. That's what people want. The problem is, many of us out there are just thinking of one solution. We need to be able to find the expertise that can help build that one-stop shop so people want to do business with you, right? And that's what I had to get good at, is how can I take my competitor, right, work with their clients to see the benefit of what I can offer as well. And I learned the art of a one-stop shop, okay? And I'll talk more about the one-stop shop and how to build that partnership. I want to talk about, CRM, clients retention management, right? CRM, where you can actually see who are your top clients and who are your clients that you need to get up to your top clients, right? Many of us spend a lot of money on CRM, but we don't even know how to freaking use it. We figure that one message goes and speak to everyone. Well, that's not the case. Everyone has their different way of listening, of understanding what you're trying to say. How you market to a 20, 30 years old and to a 40, 50 years old is totally different. You may have the same message, but you're not communicating in the language that they understand, right? Many people have all these ideas, but they forget to become a good listener and how to translate that into, trying to gain that business or that trust from who you want to do business with. Okay, so the CRM allows you to categorize, right? Who's your VIP, who's your platinum, who's your gold, who's your bronze. And it's not about, who's in the top level, who's in the low level. It's different categories, right? Jose and I has a coach, JT Fox, like he has, on Thursday, we have mega partnering. That's kind of like the beginner level where we teach you how to pitch, how to negotiate, right? And then if you have a good deal, we then bring you up to the founders, right? The founders is like the major leagues. That's where we pitch deals, we invest, we do business together. But the thing is that having that CRM to know which group you're categorized helps you build more, because with the founders, okay, that's the major league. But now JT has to really talk about, okay, what value can I bring each week? So he bring his coaches, millionaire, billionaires, right? Because he start building credibility. So if someone is in a bronze level, maybe you need to give extra love, right? What can you do for extra love that can help them move up to the silver level, to the gold, to the platinum level? That's how you categorize, because the message that you send to a bronze is going to be different from the message you send to the gold group, right? Because think about it, right? If you have a team, okay, you want to have two separate meetings, because the gold group want higher level knowledge on what can grow your business. The bronze need to get good at the fundamentals before they can even touch what the gold level is doing, because they are not ready yet. Okay, so you need to know what category they are, and having a CRM that value is going to help you determine how you're going to communicate with your audience. Okay, so you got to get good at doing a CRM. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is your social media. We talk about social media is your new resume, right? We all love social media. Sometimes if you don't have social media, we think you're probably working for the CIA because you're a ghost, right? No one knows anything about you, right? So you want to have social media. I don't care if you're an introvert, not an introvert, you got to have social media if you want to run your business, right? I know Jose does mobile home investing because I see his posts all about mobile home value, how to invest, how to buy a mobile home at 1,000 and then flip it, right? Or rent it out for cash flow. I know what he does because that's consistently on what he posts. Okay. Some of you out there trying to apply for a job or career, and you think a paper resume is going to get in the door. Well, note to self, people are looking at your social media first, because they want to know that if I hire you, how are you going to represent our brand, right? Like the Marriott, they want to know, if I hire you, are you going to dress like us? Or are you just going to talk about how bad the management are or how bad the hotel looks like? No one wants negativity, because if you talk bad about one company like that, then if you get hired by another company and things don't go wrong, guess what? They're gonna think, well, now they're gonna bash me out too. No one wants to work that way, right? There's a lot of negativity out there. We want something positive. So whatever your field of studies are you providing value? If I go on your Facebook page today, am I learning something new about the field that you're an expert in? Am I building value, right? If I'm in real estate, do I post something about the market? How many homes were sold last week? What are you projecting this week, right? Why are people buying and why people are not buying? Why are prices dropping down? Why prices are going up? Those are value items that you need to be posting on social media. Not about, I'm going on vacation tomorrow. Guys, We have WhatsApp, we have messengers, we have a lot of private message. Send that to your families. Matter of fact, many of you think that if you post like your food, your vacation, that you showing the life that you build, woo, great. But actually you're losing clients, because I actually had a client of mine who's a real estate agent lose a business because he decided to post his vacation out in South America. And what happened was one of the client wanted to do business with him because he heard something good about it. But the minute he saw that he was on vacation, that potential client ended up using another agent, because his thought of mind was like, well, he's on vacation, I don't want to bother him. That's the mindset, right? No one wants to bother you when you're on vacation because they know you're trying to relax. But if you think that you're still going to answer phone calls and you want to work on vacation, and just to take it, entrepreneurs, guys, vacation or not, we're constantly working. Our mind is just developed where it's what's next, what's next, what's next. So I don't say vacation. Maybe I call it a change of scenery, right? But you don't see me posting of me laying on the beach or anything like that. I'm constantly, in the neighborhood, in the area where I'm working, right? No one needs to know what you do in your pastime. Keep it private. You need that alone time to yourself, right? But you don't need to be posting that. If you're posting of you eating restaurant, a lot of food, right? And then you complain that you're broke because your business is not going well, but you're showing that you're eating fancy restaurants, spending $100+ on food. No one wants to do business with you, because you're saying that I rather eat food and spend all this money here than focus on what's best for my client and focus on my business and how I can get more clients. And your business partners are looking at you. Didn't you just say you cancel lunch with me because you couldn't make it because of so and so, but then you go golfing an hour later? Does that make sense? Like, people are always watching you. People are always watching what you post, right? If you're a marketing company and you keep posting about someone, a client who didn't work well or continue like driving you nuts, who will want to work with you? You can't expect someone to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on your coaching event if you're going to bash someone out because things don't go wrong. The reality check is no business is 100% positive. There's always up and down. It's what you do during those downtime to have that circle of influence to get you back up. Those are the stories that people want to see, right? We all have bad days. Jose has bad days. I guarantee you he has bad days. But he's not blasting it out on Facebook saying, today was horrible, right? He's not doing that, Like, for me, I have bad days too. This past week, we had some low down on sales day. You don't see me bash out. I said, look, I had a bad day, but these are the things that I've learned that I'm going to implement to make tomorrow a better day. That's value. That's acknowledging you have a bad day, but you also took initiative to find what could have gone better and making it better for someone else, so that someone else can learn and probably in the same shoes, right? You're not going there saying, moping like, my gosh, today's sales suck, the people suck. Like, we don't do that. No one wants to do business with you. And if you want to interact with high-level people, they're not even going to give you a single minute to even say, why should I sit down with you, right? So people are always busy. We are. But what value do you bring? What social media presence do you bring that makes me want to say, you know what, I'm busy, but I'm going to make some time for you? Let's see if there's a synergy there. Does that make sense to everyone? I hope this is, some good nuggets out there. But I mean, this is something we see on a day-to-day basis, right? So your social media presence.
Yeah, Ray, we got quite a few people on Instagram on here. So yeah, no, Ray, and I'm making notes. And for those of you watching, I am a note taker. You've heard me say this over and over in different videos. I'm taking notes, and some of you should. But again, this is just a little bit of what Ray's going to be coaching at the actual event. This event, you cannot miss it out. Ray, I'm gonna recap a little bit of a few things that you said on there, because yes, you're hitting on a lot of very good notes. The first one was getting leads, getting deals. You know, a lot of mobile home investors or new investors come to me talking about they want to set their LLCs or corporations, they want to invest in business. I tell them, stop, take a few steps back, and let's start marketing. If you don't have leads, if you don't have deals, you don't have a business. Slow down a little bit. Let's make sure that it is even something you may be interested in pursuing. And therefore, then we can get into that. Who you surround yourself around, huge. That could not have been better set off. I mean, that is phenomenal. You are, you know, if said, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. You know, in the same way in business happens, you know, show me your surroundings and I'll show you what you know, your future is going to be. A lot of people surround themselves with, like Ray was saying, with negativity. All this naysayers, all this negative, all that just weighs you down. It takes energy to focus on, and it's not something that's going to grow you or make you productive. So it's something that you definitely need to eliminate. And a lot of you do tell it on yourselves on social media. I don't feel well today. I can't come into work. And then your boss goes and sees on your social media and you're on vacation, you're immediately fired. So it's one of those things. Use your social media. Social media is phenomenal. And the reality is most of these social media sites that we use to post ads, anything that we need for marketing, they're free. It is unreal how many people do not take advantage of this and use it for the right purposes. Nobody cares about your cat, your dog, like our coaches would say. Start posting about your business. If I go to your social media, I want to know what Ray Gomes does. I don't care about his cat. It's awesome. But I want to know what he does. The cat ain't going to do nothing for him. So you need to focus on what you can put out there that's going to be productive for you. Everything about you, you know, when it comes to mobile homes, I say I eat, sleep, repeat, and do it over again. That's all I'll talk about because that's what it's about. No different than being a celebrity or a NBA star, whatever. That's all you can talk about. So the same way with your business, approach it that way, and you need to react accordingly. Priorities are definitely huge. You know, when it comes to business, it is something that you need to set. I'm on vacation. I'm not working today. You know, Ray said entrepreneurs, we don't take breaks. I'm always working. And it's the thing is, you know, it's not about a priority that I'm setting. It's so much more as it is a lifestyle it has become, but it is phenomenal. And when you're doing something you love, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like something you want to pursue and do. I wake up driven, motivated to get started every day. 6 in the morning this morning, I'm up and going. And come 11, 12 at night, I'll probably still be going. But I love what I do. I cannot sit around, waste time and scroll on Facebook. I love the people that we associate with, but I care a little bit more about my future. Okay. That being said, I know 30 minutes goes by fast, and this is why you all need to come to the event. Ray, do you want to tell them about how to come to the event on October 1st?
Yeah, so there should be a link going up, or make sure you follow us on social media. There's a link posted there. Guys, listen up. There's a lot of people are going to make excuse not to go to the event. They are looking for excuse not to succeed. There's a difference between willing to want to succeed and willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. So come in, educational, learn, mingle, network, build a relationship, get the tips on how to get better at social media, how turning your likes and comments into potential leads and not just like, ooh, 50 people like my comment, right? But click on the link, guys, sign up. The people that sign up, make sure you show. 99% of business fail because they think they're too good for themselves. They don't show up. Guess what? We are always going to be a student. The minute you stop being a student is the minute you start failing. But as long as you being a student, nothing can stop you. I showed up to an event when I was broke and had zero in my bank account. And look where I am here today. Why? Because I constantly show up to events. I can do it. You can do it. Everyone can do it. But you got to have the willing to show up. So sign up. Let's educate. Let's work together. Let's find the synergy. So Atlanta will come in. Love Atlanta. I used to be in Nashville, Atlanta. So we'll see you in Atlanta.
Absolutely. For those of you looking for the link, it will be shared on the social medias. You'll see ads of it, of course. Visit GarciaMHU.com. To get to the actual page, it's jgarciamhlive.com. Like I mentioned, there will be links on that. Don't wait, though. Do not hesitate. We do have limited seatings and a little slight breakdown more of what the event is, which is listed on our site as well. Day 1 at the event, which is the one you need to attend. Day 2 is optional, but I highly encourage and suggest all of you to join as well. Day 1 is a classroom setting where we're going to have all the speakers, every speaker there, including the mobile home insurance agent that's going to be attending. We have the coach, we have park managers, park owners that are going to be at the event. We have handyman, contractors. One of the hardest tests for any real estate investor, mobile home investor, is how to deal with handyman and contractors. We will have one of each at the event that can answer every one of your questions. Day two, okay? Day two is an option, like I said, but highly suggest it's where we take you out to the field. We take you in and outside of mobile homes and inside of mobile home parks and show you how it is that we invest in these mobile homes, what to look for, what is a good deal, not a good deal, and questions. Again, you know, the whole thing is networking. You're around like-minded people that are going to be able to connect with you even after the event. So something that you definitely want to attend. October 1st on that. Slightly one more note on that. August 6th, okay? Naples, I'm calling y'all out because we are going to be local, but anybody is welcome to come to drive, to fly to. I'll be flying out of Atlanta to go to Naples August 6th for a networking event. This is a one day on Saturday from 11 in the morning to about 2-ish, 2, 3 in the afternoon. It is all like-minded. It's going to be realtors, brokers, mobile home investors, real estate investors, park owners. Anybody in business is welcome to come and network with us. Your network equals your net worth. Remember that. And back to who you surround yourself with is who you become. So you definitely want to join that on that as well. And you can't find it on our website, all of our social media, follow all of our tabs. We're everywhere. LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, we're not hidden and we're posting for social media. So that being said, Ray, anything else you'd like to add?
Just show up. That's all I can say. Just show up, be there, ready to learn. I'm excited to, you know, bring more value. I know Jose is excited to bring more value as well. But, you know, it's really in your ballpark. Champions find ways to never quit. And we're all champions if we do that.
Beautiful say. All right. Well, that does it for Saturday morning. Meet your coach, meet your speakers. Ray Gomes, a coach on here as well also. So stay tuned for the next call. But till then, thank you, Ray. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Got it.